I made you a video yesterday. Ow, something happened with the camera. But this is where they're underpinning the foundation. They dug underneath the existing footing, made a wall in the back out of dirt, and then put these aluminum pans in front. They pour concrete straight down these chutes, creating a footing and basically a concrete wall underneath the existing house. Once these three cure, then they'll knock this dirt out and that out and do the same thing all over again.
Yeah, little leftover, huh?
Leftover?
Yeah. You got that much? Sometimes maybe dig a little deeper, and you know,
yeah.
You know, it's got to dig it straight in the bottom.
Yeah.
But pretty much, but.
So that'll cure.
All week.
A week?
Yeah. I live in the Penos this weekend, and I started digging this side tomorrow. I dig it this side tomorrow and prep it this side, and go to number two right here.
Right.
And that one I gotta prepare for Monday, and I gotta dig it this Monday morning. Because I don't want to leave it open the corner.
Yeah.
And I gotta pour this one Monday, all these three Monday, but I leave it
in place.
Leave in place up for what's tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let it cure.
And this one, the chimney doesn't have much of a footing under it anyway, does it?
That's what I say. I gotta pour this one because I don't want it. Because I don't want to leave it open in the weekend.
Right.
I don't want it too much open space.
Yeah.
I want to open only a couple hours before.
Right.
And,
don't want the house to collapse.
Yeah, I don't want it. Hey, I don't want it. I will come in Monday morning and you say, "What's going on here?"
Why am I on the ground?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
No problem. Thank you.
Anyway, those guys are working their ass off. As soon as they get all the underpinning done so the house doesn't collapse, then they'll start digging out all of this dirt, which is doing a pretty good job of filling in that giant hole I got. By the time we dig this out, most of that cavity should be filled in up to around the logs, swale towards those piles of rocks over there. We can't figure out where the water's going, but it never pools up. But there's no pipe, no outlet, no nothing. Maybe like an old abandoned dry well or something. But this is the corner. It runs basically to where that white gutter is. I mean, this thing is huge. Both Angela and I were out here. One, we didn't realize how big our lot was, and two, we didn't realize how big the addition was. It's big. I mean, almost 4,500 square foot, not including the existing house. But as I said, I made you a video yesterday. Would you be quiet? Trixie blind in one eye. Woodrow's noisy as usual. Yeah, but the video screwed up. Camera screwed up. So I'm going to remake it today. Angela taught me this trick. I think I knew it, but I forgot. She said I can spin that camera around where I can see myself in it. Now I know whether the battery's dead or not. Or if I've screwed it. If I've screwed something up. But as you know, I haven't been doing real well. Oh shit. But when these guys started, I hadn't been doing well anyway. And the contractor guy had told Angela he was going to start first of the week. I guess this was a week ago Monday. Well, he didn't, imagine that, he didn't show up. I'm thinking first of the week means Monday or Tuesday. He didn't show up, so I figured it'd be next week. So I'm in the bed. Just really struggling. I mean, this is probably the worst winter, spring, seasonal disorder transition I've ever had. Of course, there's a lot of different factors. Anyway, I'm in the bed. Angela's gone to work. And I start hearing all these voices. What the hell is going on? I get up out of bed and look over my window. 7 or 8 Latino guys standing in my driveway. I wasn't prepared. Anyway, I wake up out of a stupor, put some clothes on, run outside. What's going on? Oh, every time we start the day. Nobody told me. And I had my trailer in the way, full of the porch demolition. It was just a clusterfuck. I just was not prepared. And I think I got in my truck, pulled out on the Larkspur, went to hang a left because all their trucks were in the driveway. So I had to go down Buford in the middle of high volume traffic and try and back my truck into the trailer, into the driveway to get the trailer. And I sat at that fucking, excuse me. I mean, it was so much traffic, I could not make a left. I was sitting there, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say for 10 minutes, because the guys were in the yard looking at me. I'm like, just pressure started building. So I finally get a break, and I hang a left, and I whip out into Buford, and I pull up, it's only 60, 50 yards, pull up to my driveway, and I put my blinkers on to let everyone know that I'm turning. But they don't understand that I'm trying to back in, so they ride right up on my ass. And I try and cut the corner, and they, then there's 50 cars, nobody can back up. Jesus Christ. Haul ass around the block, do the whole thing all over again. Finally, David, I don't know, shouldn't have said, I'm trying not to say names anymore. But he could tell. He went out in the road and stopped traffic. I backed in, hooked up. I was, if I hadn't said it already, I was having my first full-on anxiety attack, panic attack. Never felt like the way I felt that morning. I couldn't I couldn't control my breathing. I couldn't control my hands, just quivering. So I hook the trailer up. I pull it over here on the side, Larkspur. I can't get all four wheels off the pavement, so I'm in jeopardy of getting a ticket, obviously. But I come in the house. I called Angela. I said, "You may have to come get me." I said, I'm not doing well. And she's like, "Well, do you need me to leave work?" I said, "Well, give me a half hour or so. See if I can calm down." So I get in the bed, trying to just chill out. And those guys, they got 4 or 5 hammer drills out. I mean, right underneath my head. I was like, holy shit. God, I'm losing my mind. I get up, I go into Francis's room, shut the door and try and relax. And I can't get control of myself. Called Angela again. So I gotta go see my doctor. But I can't calm down. I can't drive. The long and the short is, eventually, regretfully, I got up about 10 o'clock and I poured myself a big tall scotch. And I got it down pretty quickly. And I relaxed. My breathing came back, my tremor, whatever the hell was happening to me. The scotch calmed me down. And I laid in the bed. I told Angela, I said, I'm just gonna relax, keep my cool, and if I feel better, I'm gonna try and take that trailer to the dump. At 2 o'clock, I laid in the bed from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Went to the dump. Not a good choice. I was still having anxiety, and it was a lot of work, and I was by myself. Anyway, so eventually I see my doctor, and I tell him that I'm just really struggling. It's just different this year. And I told him about, I hadn't run my dogs like I wanted to. I hadn't hunted like I wanted to. I didn't even hardly hunt at all. I hadn't been outside. Trying to deal with everything, the addition. But he made a good observation, which was, he said, "Look, this is really in my wheelhouse. I'm a family physician, not a counselor, psychiatrist. But I've been looking after you for 13 years, and I've seen how you struggle with things, and I see how you gravitate toward struggles." He said, "I spent 3 years of my life dealing with that project, that house. I poured everything I had into it. And then it just was up and disappeared without any closure. Which was true. He said, I've seen you do this before on other jobs and this and this. I think you needed closure to that project and you didn't get it. And now you're fumbling around without any structure. Because I got, to his point, I got to thinking about it. I took that job with E.F. Yates, and then I went to Hampton Hill, and then I did this project in Powhatan. That's 7 years of my life where I always had something in front of me, structure. I didn't have to stress writing proposals, looking for work, or answering phone calls. So when that project pretty much up and disappeared, past 6 months, my life has just been turmoil because I hadn't prepared for it. I've got to reprogram myself to get back when I was 8 years ago, when I was managing myself, my life, my business. So the rug was really just jerked out from underneath me, and I've been suffering for it. But he told me, well, I told him, I was like, man, I'm not creating, I'm not writing, I'm not building, I have no direction. This addition has been weighing on us again for 3 years, and then all of a sudden it starts, and I'm still not prepared. He told me, so you just, again, I'm not a shrink, I don't know what I'm talking about, but maybe you just need to start writing. I said, what do you mean start writing? I said, I can't just start writing. You know, I gotta develop and design the stories or writings in my head. They bounce around and go, it may take months to percolate and actually get them on paper. Just start writing. He's like, no. He said, it is a writing process. This is when you can't get something out, you just start writing whatever comes. You just write. Doesn't matter if it makes sense or complete gibberish. So I did. And I got some shit out of it. I got this one out of it. This is when I kind of went over the edge and just had the panic attack. When the Latinos were out there. This is called torrential hammers. The skies promise rain, so labor will be stalled. I will have peace within my shedded walls, a conscious slumber to sort the day and write down the business that's been long delayed. But then come the hammers, like torrential rains, splitting my skull and flooding my brain, filling my shed with unreachable dreams. Inside I flounder. I'm drowning, it seems. So that's pretty much how I felt that morning. felt that way for a while. I just couldn't get control. So, you know, I'm talking with my doctor. I don't want to change my medication. I'll probably repeat myself. I don't know. You know, I like the fact. I like who I am. I like the way I can empathize and relate to people, and just I really don't want to be on any more drugs. So we agreed. Well, the next day, I think the next day it was pouring rain. These guys, they're not going to show up. Again, I can just hide in my bed, put this sun lamp, whatever the hell it was, on me and recoup and heal. And I'll be damned if I was in this little hole, snuggled up. Oh shit. And it happened all over again. And I started losing it. I called Angela and she says, "You need to call Greer." And I did. I said, "Damn it, I'm not supposed to say that." I called my doctor. I said, I can't handle it. I said, I need something. I said, I'm not doing well. I need something to get me over the hump. And he wrote me a script. I told Angela, I said, I can't go get it. I can't drive. I'm not even functioning properly. Can you get it? She did. God bless her. She brought it home. I started reading the precautions. I gotta hurry up. The long and the short is, I got to reading about side effects and what this thing does. I'm scared of this. Because I don't like, it's kind of weird me saying this. I don't like to be out of control. I like the devil I know. And this is a devil I am not familiar with. I called Hunter my son. I can say that name. And I asked him about it. He's like, it was Xanax. No, you don't want to take that. You don't want to be on it. Got lots of friends that are addicted to it. And then I called. I'm not going to say her name, but the blonde-haired friend of mine that just re-entered our lives. I asked her about it. She basically said the same thing Hunter said. It's not good. You can't. It's very highly addictive. You can't take it with alcohol. And she too had lots of friends who were addicted. I thought, God damn, I can't take this shit. So I got a full prescription of Xanax that I'm not taking. Because I don't need any more drama or addictions or whatever the hell you want to call it in my life. But one of the things my doctor told me, as I think I said before, was I lost that project, that 3-year project, and I lost the structure. And I was looking for another project, another something to occupy my brain. And I found it. And both my doctor and my wife called me out on it. Because I was looking for problems or trouble or something. Shut up. I was looking for something that I could help and I could heal because it would make me feel better. And that friend of ours that I mentioned earlier entered the scene. And she was hurting in a bad way. She didn't have any support. At least not. She didn't have the support she needed. And I just became just like that fucking house in Palatine and that girl in Palatine. I just like put myself in their position and tried to take it all. I tried to take whatever I could that was causing them pain and put it on myself. And my wife called me out on it. She's like, we're not doing this shit again. You are not giving yourself to another cause when you have a cause here at home. And she's correct. But I was still concerned about the girl because she too had come to the end of her rope. So I wrote, what my doctor said, and I started writing. This is called the Scandinavian Pixie. There is a little girl in a basement. She inhales and exhales, meditating, as the tears she can't cry flow down the walls and are pumped to the river that is her heart. The emotional current of love that she no longer can feel. She longs for human contact, touch, and family. But she is alone. She longs for her daddy, but he is gone. Yet surrounds her everywhere. Negatives, memories, and photos cascading all around like the tears she can't cry, and then are pumped to the river that is her heart and is dry. I try to take her burden, but I can't. is hers alone. I remind her she is a Pixie. She has wings. Her mother calls. She puts on a smile, spreads her wings, and carries the burden for all who don't support her. A blonde-haired Scandinavian pixie, spreading pixie dust like ashes that flow to a river that is empty, like her heart. So I wrote that, and I wanted the girl to meet my cousin Jennifer. Sorry, Jen, if you don't want your name. But I was like, you need to meet Jennifer. I said, Jennifer has been through it, and she has survived and prospered. And it was just like a freak of nature or something. We get the two of them together at game night, and Jennifer starts talking about being in Mimi and Kearney's closet, and she realizes she's got all these boxes of ashes all around her. Oh shit, that's Angela now. Gonna have to wait. Yeah. All right, hold on.